So we'll calculate the average collection period, and all this is it's the receivables turnover, but instead of expressing it on how many times a year you collect the cash, we're going to just look at it in the number of days it takes to collect cash. So I usually find the ones that I do in days is a lot easier for me to understand. So there's two ways to calculate it. So I'll show you the first way is where you take 365 and you divide that by the receivables turnover. So if you remember, it's this number here, 84.0758. So that was from the receivables turnover video. So 84.0758. So if you take 365 and divide it by 84.0758, you get 4.3413, and I just round this up or down. So we'll just say it actually is 4 days. So it only takes them 4 days to convert their accounts receivable to cash. Okay, now the other way that you can do it is just using the accounts receivable and divide that by the average daily credit sales. So again, I'll show you where we got the accounts receivable. That was on the balance sheet, and that was the 42,206. And then the average daily credit sales. So if we look at just the regular sales, and again, because they don't segregate the credit sales for us, we'll just use all of them. This is the amount for a year. So if you take that amount and divide that by 365, that will give you the daily sales. Okay, so the accounts receivable is 42,206, and then divide that by the average daily credit sales. So I'll take the ones for the year, 3,548,503, and divide that by 365. So I'll just get that bottom number first. So that's about 9721.926. So I just took the 3548 and divide that by the 365. Now if we divide the 42,206 by the 9721.926, you get 4.3413 days. And again, we'll just round that. So basically, you can run the formula two different ways. It'll give you the same answer, but I usually find it's just easier to get the answer by this way, but that's just me. So again, what I'm going to tell you is this is basically the same as the receivable turnover. But instead, it's expressed in days. So it only takes them 4 days to convert their receivables to cash. And I think this is easier than the turnover one. And again, we want this to be higher. So higher the better.